Hey guys, Ewok Pilot here, and today we're taking a look at some figures that I just got in the mail from a company that is new-ish to me. I don't know if they've been around for a while or not, but it's called American Brick Store. They do a lot of collaborations with another site that I'm going to be checking out very soon called Republic Customs, but their package got here first, so I'm taking a look at them first. And I was just gonna open everything up and then review it. With how everything came packaged, I wanted to give you the unpackaging experience. So, I did a pretty big order because I had their April flash sale recently and it all came nicely in this bag. The shipping time was incredibly quick. So if you're worried about it taking forever to get to you, it got to me really quick. They are a US based company, so you're not having to wait super long, but we'll get into it. A lot of these figures I do believe are manufactured in China, but they're held in the United States. So when you order from American Brick Store, you are gonna get them quickly. You are probably paying a significant markup from what their actual retail value would normally be though. So we're gonna go ahead and get straight into this. I did order, I believe, all exclusive figures. So you cannot find these anywhere but American Brick Store and Republic Customs. Republic Customs, by the way, not to be confused with Republic Bricks, completely different sellers. I just dropped something real quick. Yeah, we're gonna get everything out of the packaging and then I'm going to give you a review. Yes, so as you'll see, a lot of the figures are coming in these individually packed bags. That is because, as you can see here, I do believe these are manufactured in a foreign country. I don't know if it's exactly China, but it's somewhere over in Asia, and they're being manufactured for cheap. So these are not official Lego parts that they're being printed on, but they are pad printed figures and they are being manufactured. So it's all custom. The bad news is, I'm not sure if the quality is going to be there. Again, we're taking a look at that, so I will be able to vouch for that in just a second. But I can vouch for how much cheaper they are than most custom Lego figures you'll find. So I'm going to go ahead and just find something. We're going to go ahead and open it up. Actually, I want to take a look first at their guards from Star Wars The Force Unleashed. So I'm going to go ahead and get this opened up and we're going to take a look at it. Okay, we're starting out here by taking a look at one of the Senate guards from Star Wars The Force Unleashed. If you don't know what these are, I'll put a picture up on the screen. As you can see, again, it comes in one of these little packages right here. This is not part of the package. All right, off to a great start. Yeah, it comes in one of these like plastic packages. Go ahead and get it opened up. Cool. So first of all, we have the figure. You'll see there are no arms put in the figure by default, but it is 360-degree printed, which is something I actually did not expect. And it is fully pad printed, so you're not gonna get any of that weird UV texture. It is fully pad printed. You can see it in the reflection. It's really nice quality printing actually, and this doesn't feel cheap. Like the quality of this plastic feels really nice. Something I was worried about because I knew that these were technically knockoff figures, but the plastic does feel dense. And I'm gonna go ahead and get this assembled and we'll look at the whole figure together. All right, so taking a look here, I just got them all out of the package. This is everything that this figure came packaged with. We've got these little stands, which I mean are basically junk. I have a bunch of these. Pretty much every bootleg minifigure you ever buy is going to come with these packaged. They're not very good. I would worry about it cracking the heels of your figure, so this is pretty much junk, but it is included. It came with an extra hand for some reason. Not sure why, but hands are fine. Went in great. The arms feel just fine, and they're actually printed on the shoulders, as you can see. Same on both sides. The plastic finish does look a little bit glossier, I believe, than an official Lego minifigure, but it does feel great. Like the quality is perfect. You're not going to notice any quality issues. It does feel just like a normal Lego figure would. The legs are good and stiff, not too loose. Same with the arms and the hands. The hands probably can come out a little too easy, but it's not like you're going to notice that, especially if it's on your display. Even when playing with it, I wouldn't really notice much of an issue with it. He comes with his lightsaber staff, as he does in Star Wars The Force Unleashed. And he does come with a cape, which isn't entirely accurate to the game, but we will show you that if you do remove the cape, when actually the head does fit a little tightly in there. I guess the tolerance is a bit too much. You do take off the cape and do have it like it is in the game. I mean, that hood does look a little too big, in my opinion. I don't know. It really depends, I guess, on what you're going for, but that is what it would look like without the cape. In case you were wondering, he does have really nice back printing, and of course, it is very, very accurate. The source material in The Force Unleashed, I am very happy with this. I actually have 8 of these guys, and for the 8 of them together, I believe it cost me $32 with the sale. I think it's $40 without the sale going on. This is exclusive to American Brick Custom, or American Brick Store, and Republic customs. Last thing to cover with this guy is the cape. It's like an in-between of that spongy, softer material and the harder, less flexible cape that Lego does, if you're wondering. It is really nice material, and it's really nice that we're including capes, unlike the multi-billion-dollar corporation, which can't be bothered anymore. But yeah, that's this guy. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next figure. All right, up next we have these Phase 1 Clone Commanders. They are in the 2013 style of realistic clone trooper, so they're going to match those clones pretty nicely. I think that these guys look really good. They do all have the same quality issues, so we're gonna go over that in a little bit. Of course, like I said, these are not printed on official Lego parts. These are quote unquote knockoff parts. So you see, we've got some issues with the alignment on the centers of the torsos. You can see that on most of the figures here. I noticed it on almost all of them except for Fox. Fox's looks pretty good, but Cody's a little off center. Wolf's is pretty off center right there. And then these arms, they're all a little stiff. They are printed on the side, so I'm going to assume that that is an issue with the ink just making it a little too thick on the side, so the tolerance is a bit tighter than it was supposed to be. They all have these waist capes, which were a little difficult to put on, except Cody, who does not have a waist cape, but most of them do. And then Rex's cloth, actually right here for shoulder pad, was a little too small for the neck, so it was kind of difficult to fit it on there. Printed on the back as well, all printing on all sides of the legs except for the insides, but it's got printing on the backs. It's got printing on the arms. The arms look really nice. There is a bit of scuffing occasionally. This helmet is fine, but I did notice on some of the helmets, I believe Cody's is a good example. Yes, we've got some ink overspray on the back, so that's just something to be aware of. Really nice printing that goes all the way back on the tops of the fins, which I really, really appreciate. It's really, really cool. And we've got these custom molded sun visors that I think go down a little too far if you let them sit in their normal spot. So you got to lift it up a little bit on your own. Not the end of the world, not super hard to do. The foot printing, I wish it was consistent with Lego's current foot printing. Unfortunately, it's not, but that's not the end of the world. But overall, I would say these commanders are pretty good. Definitely worth the price. I think this is like 20 bucks right here for the 4 of these guys, which comparatively, if you wanted to get something on all official Lego parts, that would be way, way more expensive. So I think I got a pretty good deal with these guys. And we're gonna move on to the next figures. Next, we have what is definitely one of the coolest, in my opinion, figures in this entire video. That is this Jango Fett right here. Again, knockoff parts. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. Same issues with those clone troopers. The arms are really stiff on this guy. The hands are actually kind of loose, not on this one, but on this one I was noticing a lot when I was trying to turn it and lower the arms, the hand just kept twisting on me. So that's a little inconvenient, but we've got all this really nice metallic printing all the way around this guy, and it is really, really shiny. It looks really nice. We've also got these nice drum lacquered pieces right here to represent his pistols, which I think is really, really cool. That's not something you'd see Lego doing, probably because it's gonna chip eventually, but for the time being, it looks great. And then of course, we got this really nice vibrant blue on the helmet, and we've got the sand blue undersuit. So this does match the Lego version pretty well. And I do believe that it matches, I think, his Geonosis suit. I think this is the color that he was wearing on Geonosis, either that or on Camino. Don't remember. Got this rangefinder molded, or not molded, but plated, in this really nice drum lacquered silver as well. No printing on the back of the helmet, and you can see actually his head print sticks out a little bit. And then, yeah, the tolerances on these guys just seem to be a little bit lackluster. Got his head print right there. I'm not sure if this matches the slave one, but they did also include his hairpiece if you wanted to have a helmetless Jango. That looks pretty cool, in my opinion. This is a really, really nice figure. Oh, there we go. And the figure that I'm actually the most excited about in this whole video right here is this version of Jango Fett. Now, if you can't tell what's different just from the get-go, I'll go ahead and show you the side-by-side with the previous one. He's got the purple undersuit. So he does match a different version in the film. I do believe both of these are canon. But yeah, this is the purple variant, and he even has a more detailed jetpack, which I am a huge, huge fan of. We've got these custom molded West Star pistols, which look great. You can even, I'm sure you can just imagine the amazing sound they make. Once again, really nice metallic printing all the way around. We'll look and see. It does look to be the same printing as on the other Jango Fett, just on a different version of the suit. So really neat. If you like this color, I mean, go with this version. In my opinion, it is a little better. And he has a different face print. He's got the comms link right there. But again, same metallic stuff, a little quality issue with the helmet right there, with the mold not being perfectly covered up, but that's not the end of the world to me. I think this guy will look really good in a diorama or on a display. So yeah, that's that Jango Fett right there. Oh man, y'all thought we were done with Jango Fett, didn't you? Nope, we got, I believe, just this one more version of Jango Fett. Just before we start, he did include this little assembly right here to represent his wrist flamethrower if you wanted to do that. I personally don't care too much for it, but this is a representation of the classic Lego Jango Fett from 2002, just updated to be fully metallic. We've got this, oh, again, the tolerance is kind of weak. Fully metallic helmet right here. I do want to take the helmet off of the head so you can actually see it's got the OG head right there, just with updated flesh tones. And then of course we've got metallic printing on the back, once again matching that original figure. We've got leg printing, which wasn't on the original figure, but I do believe that this is a mimic of the Cloud City Boba Fett printing, just in Jango Fett's colors, of course. So yeah, really nice figure. The helmet is really good quality. Unfortunately, there's just like a little bit of chipping on the print right there, if you can see that. We've got the revolver pieces, and again, a nice drum lacquer silver color. But really, really awesome figure. Moving on to the next one. Okay, up next we have these Magna Guards from Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. I think these guys are really nice. They were pretty cheap. They were about $6. They come in the pair, so you can't get any less than 2. I think they look pretty good. I don't know if this is a bootleg of an official Lego mold or if this is a custom mold or anything like that. But the printing is really nice. I get it to focus on the figure in the frame. Cool. Yeah, the printing is really nice. It wraps all the way around the head, and I don't notice any issues with print continuity. It is printed onto a dark gray head, and the white, I mean, is a pretty vibrant white. The only issue I have with these guys is the cape. The cape is kind of a nightmare to put on, especially with where the head connects onto this. I really like these purple pieces. I don't know if it's purple or pink. They look really nice for the staff. And yeah, it's a pretty decent figure. I mean, just as not posable as you would expect from a normal Lego droid, but it's pretty cool. If you want to create a Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga diorama or anything, I mean, these figures are going to be great for that. So these two get a thumbs up from me. I really like them. Up next is this Sullust Rebel. Now, I'm going to put an image up on screen. If you don't know this is from the 2015 version of Star Wars Battlefront. All the Sullust maps, the Rebels wore this uniform right here. So this is really cool. I don't think I've seen anyone tackle this, and this is just a really, really neat and unique figure. Really makes me want to build a Sullust mock because this figure is just super well detailed. I mean, looks exactly like the game. Got this really nice printed helmet as well. And I just really like this style of figure. I'm probably going to buy a few more of these just so I can make like a little mini Star Wars Battlefront Sullust diorama. You've got this A280C blaster rifle. This is, I believe, a knockoff of the Clone Army Customs version. If not, it's the Brick Arms version. I don't know. I just know it's not an original design. We got a Sullustan head, and it's a little kit, and it includes these other alien heads here. This is the Zabrak, also based off of the Star Wars Battlefront 2015 game. Don't know what this is supposed to represent. It's just the Coleman Trevor head in blue. A Rodian head, which, I mean, we never have a red Rodian in Battlefront 2015, but it's cool to get. And then we've got just the normal blue Duros head, which I think looks pretty good. So you have some customization options there. I wish they had like a human head, just in case you wanted to make just a normal human rebel, but I think this figure is great regardless. I absolutely want to put together a Sullust mock now. I'm probably going to buy a few more of these. And we've got another Rebel soldier here. This time it's from Endor. This guy didn't come with any extras. He just came with what you see here. He is a human this time, so that would be pretty neat to get with the Sullust one as well. And he's got this satchel piece, which I've never seen before. It is actually 2 pieces. The satchel is actually a separate part for whatever reason. I guess it's supposed to be dual molded. I also don't know if it's supposed to represent anything. I don't know if this is supposed to be from Battlefront or if it's just a generic Endor Rebel. But I mean, he looks pretty good. He's got arm printing all the way around. The camo looks pretty good and looks like something in line with what Lego would make. Once again, no printing on the insides of the legs. But I mean, yeah, for just a generic Rebel, looks pretty good. Okay, next up we have these Phase 1, I guess officers is the right name. These are all different ranks seen in Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, and these are exclusive to American Brick Store. One thing to note before we get into looking at these guys, they did each come with a piece of cloth for a cama, and the color matching their striping came with one of these plastic molded pauldrons with the color again matching whatever marking they have. They came with a DC-17 pistol, and also a DC-15 blaster rifle, as well as a knockoff of the Clone Army Customs focus. Knockoff? Okay, well, it's not focusing. A knockoff of the Clone Army Customs rangefinder. These guys are all the same. They're just a normal Phase 1 clone matching the 2020 style of clone that we saw in the blister pack that was released, I believe, in 2021 for the Phase 1 clones. It's just we got the added arm printing, which also matches the official LEGO arm printing that we see on troopers like Rex, which is really awesome to see. I really like how the fin is fully printed all the way around. There is a bit of like fading near the bottom, but I think it looks way better than just printing like a little strip here at the front. Yeah, the visor printing is really nice. The arms on this one, thankfully, are not very stiff. I think, again, it's a result of the printing on the sides that makes them stiff on other figures. But yeah, really, really, really nice clones. I'm really glad to have all of these, and these are really, really cheap. So if you want to build a giant clone army, I think that this is a good way to do it if you want it to continue matching with the official style. Next, we got the Purge Trooper, and my thoughts on this guy are kind of... First of all, the cama is way too small. It looks like he's wearing a mini skirt. I'm not a huge fan of that. The printing style, I mean, it doesn't match the official style. I don't think anywhere near at all. Not even the official style either. So I'm just not a huge fan of the printing on this guy. The helmet is nice. I mean, the helmet looks decent enough. The visor seems a little too narrow, but other than that, the helmet is decent. The pauldron is way too big as a contrast to the camo, which is way too small. The arm printing is nice. I do like that. We got the Imperial logo on that side and the Imperial logo on that side. The arm printing looks decent. And then the helmet, we've got the head underneath. It's okay. I mean, I wouldn't buy any more of these guys from American Brick Store. I'm not a huge fan of the way this figure looks, but it's cheap. So if you want some cheap Purge Troopers, this is a decent way to do it, I guess. And then another figure that I think is interesting, and I don't know how much demand there is for it, is this classic style Death Watch Mandalorian. It is, once again, in the classic style. So you've got the helmet with the slits, so you can just see the black head underneath. There's no balaclava print underneath this one. It's just a straight black head. And then we've got the classic megaphone blaster. Again, it's matching the Cloud City Boba Fett printing for the arms and the legs. Oh, since the OG ones mostly didn't have that. And then we've got the helmet, which I mean is nicely printed. The printing detail is pretty good. I mean, it's kind of hard to see that light gray print. So I wish there was something to make this blue pop a little more. It doesn't stick out very much, in my opinion. It's a little dull and faded. But, I mean, decent figure. Looks pretty good, especially if you've got the Jango Fett to go with it. And of course, lastly, we had to get some representation from the greatest Star Wars show of all time, Andor, with some Imperial Army troopers. They do come by default with this hat right here, and they do come with a face with a chin strap, but that is for this helmet, which also is included with each of these figures. I believe I ordered a pack of 5, so I do have 5 of them total. I only put 2 together just to show you the 2 different variants that you get. But yeah, these are really, really nice figures. Again, same issue with the stiffness of the arms. The legs are pretty decently posable. The torso does separate a lot easier than I would like it to, but not the end of the world. These guys would go in a diorama, and they would be a great way to get a large amount of these guys for cheap. The helmet print, of course, as you can see, is really nice. We've even got silver printing on both sides there, and the goggles look really, really good. There is no alternative face. And these helmets, again, same issue with all the other figures. The tolerances are really tight, so you're gonna have a hard time separating it from the minifigure head. But they look really, really good. I'm a big fan of them. And if you want some stuff for a Ferrex mock or something like that with the Imperial Army Troopers, great way to do it right here. But we're gonna go ahead and do a full overview on everything I got in this order and my final thoughts on American Brick Store. So, all in all, for everything you see out in the table in front of you, I spent about $102. That's with shipping included and everything. I mean, when you take this all into account, I would say I got a pretty good deal, especially when it comes to the custom figures market. It's paying roughly on average, maybe $5 per figure, which, I mean, if you're going by CMF standards, that's pretty good. Now, if you don't like the fact that you're buying knockoff, this probably isn't for you. But I would say that these are all really solid, especially like these clone troopers are going to fit in really well in an army without having to pay $20 per custom clone. And then I am just a huge fan of these Force Unleashed Senate Guards. I'm a huge Force Unleashed fan, so I'm definitely going to be using a lot of these guys. That's why I got 8 of them. Use them in a diorama at some point. Can't wait to see that. But these figures are all really good, bar these 2 Purge Troopers, which honestly are junk, and I think these are not worth your money at all. Do not waste your money on the Purge Troopers. But everything else I think is really, really good here. These Jango Fett figures, especially if you don't want to have to pay for the UCS one, I think these are a great alternative. They look great on display. They're going to look great if you bought like a knockoff of the Slave one. I think that's going to look great with your shelf. Good for custom, the Complete Saga dioramas if you want this guy to fit in with a classic diorama. I mean, pretty good. Andor stuff. Battlefront stuff, I mean, they really cover a lot. They've even got really cool B2 super battle droids they did in collaborations with Republic Customs, which I will be reviewing soon. That package is on the way, and so the review should be up pretty soon. We will get those battle droids on there as well. But overall, if you want to buy from American Brick Store, if you want to get some good, cheap custom clones and other figures and don't mind it being on bootleg parts, I think they're a great website. Really fast shipping times, really good prices. Overall, just a great experience from me. I didn't notice anything really odd or weird. You got some stiffness in some of the joints and some tolerances are a little bit too tight or too loose, but nothing that's gonna really hinder your ability to put it on a display or anything like that. And also, if you wanna just buy something cool for your kids, if you got kids who are interested in custom figures and you don't wanna pay $20 for a figure, I think this is a great alternative as well. They're definitely solid enough for someone to play with, and I think they'll hold up well enough. With all that said, definitely check out American Brick Store. Their link will be in the description down below. And let me know what you would like to see reviewed next in the comments down below. And subscribe and leave a like if you liked the video. And I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.